hear me. I'm trying to record this as quickly as possible since who knows when he's going to actually sleep and wake up. Don't mind the no makeup face. And yeah, let's get to it. We'll go ahead and begin in child's pose today. So child's pose, knees can be wide, knees can be together, whatever you feel more comfortable with. Either one that you do, it'll either help your low back or your hips. You can kind of alternate between the two, whatever you choose. You can stay in one longer than the other. You can just do one, whatever you want. Either way, stretch your arms out towards the front of the room. Drop your palms down to the ground. Maybe forehead or chin makes it to the mat. Whatever you choose is fine. Try to lengthen your spine. Try to drop your hips down towards your heels if they can make it, and just sink down here for a little bit. Maybe rocking the head side to side. If it feels better to bring your arms down by your sides, you can do that as well. Just whatever you feel more comfortable with. Rounding into the spine. Try and create a little bit more space. And of course, stay here as long as you want. You can always pause the video. That's the beauty of video yoga classes. Couple more breaths. And last inhale. And last exhale. Slowly come back to rise. Press the weight to the hands. Lift the upper body. Bring your knees together, coming into your hero's pose. You can either keep the tops of your feet down, or if you want, you can curl the toes and sit back onto your heels. If neither of those options are comfortable for you, you can always sit down onto one of the blocks that you got. Either way, lengthen the spine, reach the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. Just gently bring your chin down, enough to where you have a straight line all the way through the back of your head. And when you're ready, inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. On your exhale, right hand drops down, left hand reaches up and over. Try to rainbow this left side body as if you can reach your armpit towards the sky or the ceiling. I'm going to come back onto the tops of my feet, looking up for 3, for 2, 1. Inhale, bring arms back to center. Exhale, left hand comes down, right arm reaches up and over. Again, rainbowing the side body. Try to reach the armpit up nice and high. Feel the side ribs open up as if they could just separate a couple of millimeters for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come back. On your exhale, easy twist. Left hand comes outside that right knee. Right hand goes back behind you. Lengthen on your inhale. And exhale, twist your spine over towards the right. If it feels comfortable to keep your neck in line, go for it. If you want to look back behind you, you're welcome to as well. Couple of breaths. Nice big inhale. And big exhale. Last inhale. Exhale, bring it back to center. Switch it out. Left hand back. Right hand outside the left knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist over. Again, looking over that back shoulder. Creating a nice line here through the body for 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back to center. Walk the hands forward in front of you. Tabletop position. Hands are underneath the shoulders. Knees are hips distance apart. Keep a straight line through that back, just gently tucking in those low ribs as if you can place a drink on your back and it won't spill. Take a big inhale and a big exhale. Press into the mat with your fingertips, and when you're ready, send your right heel up towards the sky. And just kind of make some circles here, almost as if you're a dog that's like thinking about trying to pee on a hydrant. And reverse the circles. And bring that heel back up towards your butt and start trying to kick it up, almost like you could kick your back or your butt. Might strengthen your hips a little bit. 3, 2, 1. Bring it back down. Switch it out. Inhale. Lift the left heel towards the booty. And again, make some circles. Fun circles. And reverse. 3, 2, 1. Send the heel back towards the booty for 3, 2, and 1. All right, so still staying with this left leg. Bring that left foot out in line with that right knee so that it's all along the same plane. Start to walk your hands forward, dropping your heart down towards the ground. Basically, this is a half puppy dog pose. So you're going to get into the hips, and you're also going to open up that back. If you can get your forehead to the mat, awesome. If you can get your chin down, even better. But whatever works for you, keep the weight over the heels. So you want your hips to be the focal point of where you're setting your weight down. Couple more breaths. Last inhale. And exhale, walk the hands back in. And then bring that knee back in, switching it out. Right foot comes out to the side. And again, on an inhale, walk your hands forward, dropping your heart down to the mat. Again, either forehead or chin, choice is yours. Keep the hips high, hips stay over the knees, remember that. Last inhale. Exhale again, bring the hands back in. And bring that knee right back in. And just wiggle it out. Wiggle hips side to side. Get a little bit of cat-cow, so drop the belly, tilt the tailbone up, looking up to the sky. Exhale, round out the spine, puffing out the back, separating the shoulder blades like a black cat would. One more time, inhale, drop the belly, looking up. Exhale, round it out. One more time, just for good measure, and round it back out. Coming back to a neutral spine, walk your hands forward, drop your belly down to the mat, coming all the way onto your belly. Hands are going to stay here at the tops of your ribs. Elbows are tight, as if they are super glued to your body. And on an inhale, gently press some weight into the hands, just nice and light, so you can press your hip points and your belly into the ground. Looking forward in front of you, maybe about 5 or 6 inches in front of the front of your mat, just so that the neck is nice and long. Kind of strengthening the core here for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Drop it back down. Resting the head for a moment. We're going to do this one more time. And on your inhale, coming back up into your low cobra again. Couple of breaths for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back down. Inhale, rise back into your tabletop. And just send this right foot out. Walk this left hand over, so you're going to come into almost like a supported plank. And extend this arm up and over, lifting your hips up towards the sky. Reaching the right fingertips over towards the left. This right foot is firmly planted down to the ground and the toes are pointing forward. So keep lifting for 3, for 2, and 1. Bring it back to center, walking the hands back forward. Bring that right knee back in. And this time left foot goes out, again toes are pointing forward. Walking this right hand over and rainbowing side body up and over. Left side body opens, left fingertips reach towards the right. Let the side body open for 3, 2, and 1. Coming back. Back to the center. Knees both in, curl the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Breathing here for a moment. Let the hips get a little heavier. Make sure to press the weight into the fingertips so that you're not pressing in with your wrists. Try to let the head just hang there, as if it's just swaying like an apple hanging from a tree. Try to tilt your tailbone up as if it could reach towards the sky. And let your heels get a little heavier. You can pedal it out by bending into one knee and straightening the other. And switch it out. Alternating. Get a little heavier. One more inhale. Exhale, we're back to your regular down dog. Still looking towards those toes so you can keep your spine nice and flat. Just one more inhale. And exhale, coming back to a high plank. You can always drop your knees down towards the mat. And come all the way back down. And begin to flip over onto your back. Again, we're not facing any real direction, so it really doesn't matter. Either way, back down to the mat. Feet are coming in towards your butt. Just enough to where you can reach your fingertips and touch the heels. Palms are facing down, arms are down by your side. On an inhale, lift your hips, coming into your bridge pose. If you have your blocks and you want to place it here underneath your sacrum, that flat part of your spine, you're welcome to do that. Keep the knees and legs in line so they're making straight 11s. And try to keep all of the weight out of the butt cheeks, the glutes, and keep it everywhere else. Holding 3, 2, 1. Drop the hips, hug your knees into the chest, wrap the arms around them. Give yourself a big squeeze, and we're going to go back into bridge pose one more time. 1 inhale. Exhale, release it back down. Again, setting back up. Feet just where they were, underneath the knees. Palms are facing down, arms are down. And on your inhale, lift your hips. Again, just like before. Holding strong for 3. Holding for 2. And on your 1, release hips back down. Hug the knees back in, give it a squeeze. And just release that left leg. Plant it down to the mat, keeping the right leg up. Cross that right ankle over the left knee, making a figure 4 with the legs. Make sure to flex into this right foot so the knee stays nice and safe. If this is enough for you, stay. If you need a little bit more intensity, using the hands, hug that left leg in. And just bringing it in into a more intense reclined pigeon. So you're going to feel it all the way through the outer part of this leg. I'm thinking it should feel pretty good for you, but I'm not entirely sure exactly what part of your sciatica hurts you, so figure it out. See what works, see what doesn't. Trial and error. And hold 3, hold 2, and 1. Nice and easy. Relax, dropping that left foot back down to the mat. And go ahead, keeping this right leg on top. Wrap the right leg around the left, so almost like you're crossing your legs. Open your arms out to a T or make little goal posts. And when you're ready, drop your knees over towards the left. Or you look over towards the right, quick little supine twist here. If it doesn't feel good to wrap the legs, just bring the knees parallel to each other and continue to drop in the same direction. And breathe, making sure your shoulders stay glued to the mat. Looking over towards that right side, getting real big into this twist so that whole side body will twist and open up nice and comfortably. Who's here? Stuart's probably back. And breathe 3 for 2. 1, inhale, bring your knees back to the center. Ooh, hugging it in one more time. Exhale, release the right foot down, cross the left ankle over that right knee this time. We're going into the other side again. Here's fine. Or start to bring it in, grabbing onto that right leg. And engaging here. Again, still making sure this left ankle is flexed. Hugging that right leg in as much as you want. If this side is a little bit weaker or just not as open, it doesn't have to go as far, it doesn't have to be even. Holding for one more inhale. And exhale. Release. That foot comes back down again. Again, either left leg wraps around the right, so you're crossing your legs, or bring the knees parallel. Arms come back to that same position. This time knees go over to your right while you look over to the left. And again, notice if this side feels a little bit more differently than that first one, that's totally fine. Shoulders are still heavy. Imagining as if you can melt into the ground, like you're an ice cream cone on a hot summer day. 1 more inhale. Exhale, bring the knees back in. Again, wrap the arms around the chest. Squeezing the knees in towards your body. And go ahead and release and flipping back over onto the belly again. Da, 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 da. Bring the hands down. Toes are curled. When you're ready, lift your hips all the way back up into your downward facing dog. Maybe this feels a little bit more comfortable now that we've got a little bit more movement. You have 2 options here. You can either send your right leg high to the sky, or if you want, just simply step that right foot in between the hands to come into a low lunge. If it takes a couple of hops to get there, that's okay. Keeping this left knee down to the mat, Make sure your right knee is over that right ankle. And this back left toes can either be curled or tops of the feet down. Choice is yours. And slowly come to a rise. If you need hands to support it, you can put hands on the knees or hands to a block. Choice is yours. If you're feeling real spicy, reach the arms up to the sky, lift the heart. Holding 3, holding 2, 1. Dropping the hands down, straighten through this right leg. Starting to come into a half split. So you're going to sit back. You can either sit back onto your heel or the top of the foot down. You can keep the hips high up, whatever you'd like. And just kind of depending on how comfortable you are here, if you want to add on something like walking the hands outside of the right leg, you can do so. If you want to flex into this right foot, it'll give you even more of an intense stretch, or you can keep that foot relaxed, whatever feels comfortable for you. If you're feeling real spicy, you can start to dive it forward. As you can tell, I feel like I'm crunched up and I might suffocate, so I'm not going to do that. But just stay here as long as you're comfortable. We have one more inhale. And one more exhale, walking the hands back forward, back into your lunge position, curling the back toes, lift that knee off the mat. We're slowly going to start to come into a high lunge here. Begin to reach the arms up nice and tall, hips are squaring forward, front knee is over that ankle again. That back heel, you want to have it engaged and powerful, but sometimes it's a little tiring, so that's okay. Taking an inhale. Exhale, bring hands to prayer. Inhale, lengthen, reaching the spine forward. This left elbow is going to hook outside of that right knee. And you're going to slowly start to come into a twist. If you can bring your prayer hands to the center of the heart, that's fantastic. If it's not there yet, that's okay. And again, it's going to be a big stretch in that spine, and your legs are going to be really, really engaged, so just be careful. Take one more inhale. Exhale, release the hands down to the mat. Plant that back heel down so the heel's to the ground. Toes are kind of 45 degrees. And start to rise up, straightening through this right leg. Begin to extend the arms out nice and long, forwards and backwards. On an inhale, reach forward at the same time that you're sassing your hips back. Create some length here. And land this right hand down wherever you can on your right leg, maybe top of the foot, maybe ankle, maybe shin, maybe you need a block. Totally fine. And extend the left arm up to the sky, coming into your triangle pose here. So this left side body is going to reach up towards the sky as if it is a sunflower reaching towards the sun, so it can grow nice and happy. And try to kind of like hide this right hip underneath so you can be as flat as possible. One more big inhale. And one more exhale. Bend into this front knee and start to bring your knee to the elbow to the knee. There we go. Still keeping the same side body shape. Left arm still reaching towards the sky, hiding this right hip as if it can disappear. One more inhale. And one more exhale. On an inhale, big movement here. We're going to go into our half moon. So I like to bring my left hand over to the hip to kind of give me some support and kind of hop this hand forward. And then come into your half moon. This left side body is still reaching up to the sky. Left hand still is reaching up as well. So there's a lot going on here. This right foot is down, the right hand is down, while your left arm is up to the sky. And the left foot is kicking energy straight back. If you need a block underneath the right hand, you're welcome to do so. Just hold one more inhale. Exhale, land it down to the ground, back into your low lunge. Coming into a runner's twist, so the left hand will stay down. Right arm reaches to the sky. You can keep your back left knee down if you want, or lift it so you can twist a little deeper. Option is yours. Think about bringing your left shoulder as if it's magnetized towards the right knee. Give it a big twist. Holding one more inhale. And one more exhale. So this is going to be kind of fun. You're going to plant this back knee down to the ground, and you're going to sit all the way back onto your booty. Right knee is going to stack on top. Right foot is outside this left knee. We're going to take a twist. Right elbow, right knee. Left hand back behind you. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist, just like we did before. One inhale. Exhale, take it back to center. This time, tiny little counter stretch, just walk the hands outside. Nothing too wild, just counter stretching it out. And where this right foot was, bring it so that the knees can stack on top of each other as much as possible. If they're far away, that's okay. Spine is nice and tall. And just gently walk the hands forward. That's it. Maybe chin comes to melt and rest on that right knee. One more inhale. Exhale, rise back up. Uncrisscross the legs, unpretzel them, and just bring the soles of the feet together. Knees are butterflied out. Grab on to wherever you want. Feet, ankles, shins. And just start to pull the body forward. You can use your elbows to press to the insides of the knees so you can press the legs down a little more. That's what I find comfortable, but totally up to you. And inhale, rise back up. On your exhale, come all the way down to the back. If you need to scoot forward, go for it. So we're gonna come into our eagle pose, but we're gonna do it on our back. So just like where our right leg was, wrap it on top of the left, maybe once, maybe if you got it, twice. And just like here, we're gonna bring the left arm underneath the right, so it's the opposite arm to opposite leg. And just bound the arms, fingertips reach to the sky. If you need to just grab onto the opposite shoulder, you're welcome to do that. And just breathe here for 4, for 3, for 2, 1. Unravel, unravel. If you can do this, go for it. If you can't, just come up to a regular seat. Hands can go behind your legs and you can rock and roll backwards. If that's not in it, if your spine is not letting you do that, that's okay. Just nice and easy, come to a seat. All right, one more round. Other side. Hands back down to the mat, just like where we were before, downward facing dog. If you want to go into your 3-legged dog, send the left leg up high. If you want to just simply step it forward, bring that left foot, hop it forward so it's in between the legs or hands. And come into your supported low lunge, rising up. Again, arms can be up here, arms can be to the knees, whatever you need to do. Hands can be at blocks. Either way, melt the hips, keep that front knee over the ankle. Spine is nice and tall, just for 3, and 2, 1. Half splits, hands walk back down. Again, plenty of options here. Take the option that works best for this side. So if you did one variation on the first side and you want to switch it up, you're welcome to do so. You can take the hands outside the left leg. You can flex into that left foot. You can fold your chest forward. You can sit back onto the heel of that right foot, whatever you want. Keep that spine long, whatever you do. Try not to like crunch and press your chest down. Try to imagine like you're folding from your hips and just lengthening your chest forward, kind of like a book. Taking one more breath. And big exhale, start to walk it forward, getting ready and setting up for our high lunge. Lift the back knee off the mat, ground down into the legs. Reach your arms to the sky. Again, hips are square. If you need to adjust your stance, like widening it or shortening it, you're welcome to do so. Arms reach up nice and tall. Exhale, hands come to prayer. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist it over to the right. Again, right elbow's hooked outside of this front leg. Try to see if you can bring your hands to the center of your heart and twist, looking up towards the sky or maybe down to the ground. If this is already enough for you, that hand can plant down and you can just kind of focus on this twist while keeping the legs engaged. 3, 2, 1. Hands all come down to the mat. Plant the back heel, coming into your triangle pose, Trikonasana, straighten the front leg. Rising up, extend the arms out wide. And again, on your inhale, lengthen. Sass the hips back, plant this hand down wherever it needs to go, and start to extend the right side body up to the sky. So again, we are doing a lot of poses with this side body up to the sky, so thinking about the same thing. When you're ready, start to move into your extended side angle by bending into this front knee. Bring the elbow to the knee. Again, if you need to adjust the stance, go for it. If you need a block here, go for it. And if you're ready, start to move into that half moon. Right hand to the right hip, left hand plants, hop it forward, and start to rise. Woo, see, look, I'm wobbling. Again, right side body up towards the sky if you can. Left hand plants about a foot in front of you, maybe 6 or 7 inches over to the left of that left foot. So you've got some space to ground down. If you need the blocks, grab the blocks. This right hand can come up to the sky. Make sure to flex into that right foot. Holding 3, holding 2, 1, land it down, low lunge. Again, back knee can come down or it can stay lifted, coming into that runner's twist, right hand down, left hand to the sky, twist it out. Think about this right elbow coming towards that left knee. Again, you almost want to feel like there's a magnet drawing them together. Legs are engaged, holding 1 more inhale. Exhale, hands down to the mat, and just like before, back knee comes down. You're going to do this weird sitting back onto that back heel position. Stacking this left knee on top of the right. Right foot is outside of the left knee. Left elbow to that knee. Right hand back behind you. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Just like before, keep the long spine. 1 more inhale. Exhale, opposite twist, counter stretch, counterbalancing everything. 1 more time. Exhale, bring it to center. And again, knees stay stacked on top of each other. A little more pretzel-y. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, dive forward. Melt it forward. Maybe chin to the top knee. You can round into the spine here. It'll feel really comfortable. 1 more inhale. Exhale, rise up. Crissy-cross the legs. Soles of the feet come back to touch. Knees butterfly out to the sides. And fold it forward just like before. Mama needs a pedicure. Goodness. Couple more breaths. 1 more last inhale. Exhale, rise back up. Coming back onto the spine again. Wiggling forward if you need to. Just like before, reclined eagle. Left knee comes on top of the right like you're crossing the legs. Maybe double cross, wrapping that left ankle around the right leg. And right arm goes underneath the left or grabbing onto the opposite shoulders. Palms to touch if you can. You're going to feel a big stretch to the outer part of your shoulders. It might help if you're like me and slouch a whole ton. Couple more breaths. Make sure to press the spine into the mat. You want to keep that back nice and strong. 1 more inhale. Exhale, unwrap. Unwrap. Hug your knees back into the chest. Give it a big squeeze. And 2 options here. You can go straight into your Shavasana, getting comfortable. And like we said, corpse pose, super easy. Just lay here, get comfy, whatever it is that you want. Or this is also if you want to just throw in a stretch here and there. We're going to do the pigeon pose like we did, but it's going to be standing. This might be a little bit high for you. I would probably choose something about hips height, maybe even your bed or something like that. But if you can, you want to bring your shin parallel like you were on the ground. And you're just going to rest it on your bed or some kind of elevated surface, maybe like the countertop or something. And it's going to get all up into that spine and back. Again, it's a little hard to balance, but if you're on your bed, it's easier. Or if the recline variation is better, you can do that as well. And of course, get both sides. I've got a little more hip flexibility, so even though this is higher, it's not too bad for me. You just kind of need to hold on to a wall and just hang out here. This can be how you watch TV, whatever. Just relax, just chill, just hang out. And that's it. I hope that's good. I hope it works for you. I hope you can hear me. Let me know if you need anything else.